Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be part 3 of Invaders 4. We're going to get down to the Invader. Okay, so if you look at the grade scale, look at the grade scale, it's going to be super helpful. But let's take a look at the Invader. So just like with the cannon, we have to create our instance variable speed. We need to create images because we're going to animate him, image 1, image 2. Just like the crab, we're going to have a step counter because we want to slow him down. Okay, step counter, and then so on and so forth. So right here in the variable declarations areas, we're going to create our instance variables, our empty boxes. And then you're going to create a constructor, public invader, and you're going to set all the values, step counter equals 0, speed equals 2. And for this particular one, I wanted them all to shoot at different times, so I set the gun reload time to a random number. And then we're going to set our images. Okay, so image 1 and image 2, and set the image. Okay, so everything he does for the act method, we move speed. Alright, now let's take a look. Here's a new one, switch image. We're going to do this just like we did with the crab. Alright, so let's go down to switch image. So step counter plus plus. If step counter is equal to 20, then the step. I don't usually like the equal 20. Let's make that greater than. That's always a risk that it's not going to actually equal exactly it. So let's say greater than 20, and then as soon as we do that, we set it back to 0, and we switch the image, right? So just like with the crab, we're switching the images of our invaders. All right, hit pause and get that done. Let's see, turn it edge, we already had that. Okay, random fire, let's see what we have for now. For random fire, it's going to be a little bit different because, because I set these as random numbers, it's going to fire, they're going to fire randomly. Same thing as before. This time we're going to actually add and spawn a bullet, get world.add object new invader bullet. Okay. Look for cannon. And I think that's it. Okay, so that's what we have for the invader. Now let's take a look at our 2 bullets. Okay, so if we look at this thing, we're going to have our cannon bullet. Let's take a look and see what we have in there. Okay, so basically for the cannon bullet, we have our variables x and y. The act, we just move him, and when we do move him, we basically just move him up, and then if you're at the edge of the world, remove the bullet. Otherwise, if you're not at the edge of the world, check for the collision. Check collision, you're going to look for an invader, and if you see an invader, remove the invader and remove object. Remember, when you're doing this, all these uppercase and lower cases are important. Alright, so you've looked at the cannon bullet, and the invader bullet is going to look the same, I think. Let's see what we have for the invader bullet. Oh no, the invader bullet's going to have some extra stuff in it. Let's take a look at the invader bullet. Okay, so we have damage. So this is how much damage this bullet's going to do to the cannon. So you could make a super bullet that does more damage if you wanted, just by changing the damage. Okay. What does he do? Act. What do we do? We're going to move this invader bullet, and let's see what it does. Same thing. If you're at the edge of the world, remove it. Otherwise, check for a collision. So we're going to see if the invader bullets hit the cannon. So basically, we're saying, hey, I want to make a little box called cannon. The only thing that can go into it is a cannon. And if I'm currently touching the cannon, stick them in this box called cannon so I can talk to him. And then you're saying, hey, if there's a cannon in the box, hey, what are we going to do? We're going to say do cannon.do damage. Well, how much is the damage? The damage is 1. What are we going to do with do? We're saying, hey, cannon, do damage to yourself. So when the invader bullet hits the cannon is going to do damage to himself. And so basically what the bullet is saying is, we're going to go to the cannon, and we're going to say, we're saying, hey, cannon. See, we're in the cannon now. So, hey, cannon, do this damage where you know how to do.